So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Throws to the tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell that ball came out and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're bringing heat. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. This is a spot you see many return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going form tackle.
Looking for a huge play. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week. And so if they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by, he makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that. The defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. No real chance on the... First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Rich. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throw are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, and you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports. Who's motivated for these games? So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. To keep them pinned in their own end. On second down, looking again to throw. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Hold. Long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
The offense starts with a short field. Going up top on first down. They're trying to get to him. He's going to take off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Minnesota!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Dances away. He's going to fire to the left. What a snag by the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Line gets set, 1st down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Now on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. With the catch, it's Rich. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He leaves it with his back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
A designed run for the quarterback. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Three yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Now on the option. Quick toss. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
And they converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from... Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked. He's got the ball, and it's nothing but green grass down the middle. The 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out, continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's got it inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. back in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense wants to bring the heat. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative, but I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotion, form this year's identity of this team, and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He is smashing people. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Golden Gophers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes